All right. I'm here in the back of my van. I've got my 5 3Ks out and the amp rack. Reason being, I needed to get to my balancer and I needed to get to the battery. And I also took my main ground bar out. There's my positive bar, and I have my ground bar right here. So why did I need to do that? All right, so periodically, it's a good idea to keep check on your lithium banks to make sure that they stay in balance. Well, I haven't done that in a while, so just out of curiosity, I took this voltmeter and was checking each row of cells at this plug. Now, this is the balancer that I used. I forget where I bought it. I paid like $125 for it many years ago. It was like 2017, 2018 when I bought it. And it's been a good balancer up till now. So I thought that maybe I had a bad cell or two in rows 5. So I checked voltage across the terminals here, and rows 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, they were all identical. They were in the 2.4 some odd voltage range. Rows 5, which are these 8 cells right here, row 5, it was 0.2 of a volt higher. It was 2.6 volts. So I was like, well, shoot, I've either got a bad balancer or I got some bad cells. So I was hoping that it was a balancer. So then I was like, okay, next step's going to be I got to take amps out, take an amp rack out to get to the balancer, to take it out. And, if I got to do any work, I can, it'll be easier to do it. And so that's what I did. And I took this bar off. I still got the balancing wire on there. That's why it's leaning up against here. So I got this bar off of rows 5, the ones that connects rows 4 and 5 together. So these are the cells here, these 8 cells. Like I said, these are 20 amp hour SCiB cells. I got them off batteryhookup.com, and it's a 160 amp hour bank. So it's a 6S8P. 6S means 6 in series. You got 6 rows in series. Then that creates the higher voltage, and then 8 rows in parallel. And that creates greater reserve. All right, so that bar's been off of the bank for roughly 24 hours now. So then I got to checking the cells, and I'll show you. They were all, just a few minutes ago, they were all to the thousandths of a volt, to the millivolt. 0.001 is 1 millivolt. So I'm just going to probe every single cell because they are isolated now because that bar is off. 2.599 volts on that cell. The next cell over, 2.599. Next cell over, 2.599. Next cell over, 2.599. Next cell over, 2.599. Oh, 2.600. So 1 millivolt difference. That could be resistance in the leads or anything. Yeah, so 2.600. Next cell over, 2.599, 2.600. So, I mean, yeah, 2.599. All right, next cell over, 2.599. Next cell over, 2.599. So, these cells are stable at the same voltage. Now, you can go into further detail and take the bank apart and measure each cell for capacity and get the internal resistance and yada, yada, yada. But in order for me to do that, I mean, that's a lot of work. So my next step is going to be, I'm going to put the bar back on the battery. And then I'm going to unwire this plug. And then I'm going to take these existing wires and I'm going to reuse those. And I'm going to use this power strip. I don't know what you call it, but it's a 7-spot strip. And they're separated. You know, you connect a wire here and it's connected here and only here. You know, these are individual tabs. So this is a 7-spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on a 6S, you need 7 wires, right? So that's going to work out pretty daggone good. I'm going to mount it here. And then I'm going to put these wires, connect them on the top. And then coming off the bottom, I'm going to replace that Qnbbm. That's a 10-amp balancer. And I'm going to replace them with 2 of the Heltec 5-amp 6S balancers. I've got 2 brand new ones here. So then from there, I'm going to let this bank sit for, you know, I'm going to check it after 24 hours. And then I'm going to check it again after 48 hours. I'm going to let it sit and see how it progresses. And if the bank balances out, you know, within 5 millivolts of each row, which it should get better than that, then I'm going to put it on a charge and let it charge. Actually, I mean, I'm just going to start the van and turn the voltage up on my regulator and charge it up to 15 or 15.2 volts. And then check the voltage across every row of cells. And if everything works out good, then I'll feel confident that the battery is in good shape. And it was just this balancer that was faulty. As a matter of fact, it's going to be this unit right here. And if I really wanted to, which I don't, I'm throwing this in the trash. And this came from CustomElectricOhio.com, Custom Electric Service, right? So yeah, that's where I bought it from. Couldn't remember right off the top of my head, but it's right there, right on the modules. So yeah, I could just desolder this module back here. I had the equipment to do it with, and replace this one module, and it should be good to go. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm throwing this away. Haven't had any troubles out of the Heltec balancers as of yet, and I've used many of those. So yeah, this is going in the trash, and hopefully everything's going to be good to go once I get these Heltecs wired up. All right, that's it for this one.